and welcome to another edition of Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Anne Nwawadu. On the program today, we speak with the Chief Executive Officer of Cutix PLC, Ijoma Odonye, on the organization's corporate social responsibility efforts, its progress through the years, and plans for the future in Nigeria. Once again, welcome to Kaleidoscope. Cutix PLC is a Nigeria-based company. The principal activities of this organization are manufacturing and marketing of electric cables and much more. Let's find out more. The journey to being an indigenous firm to manufacture electrical cables and switchgear assemblies began in 1981. On November 4th, 1982, Cutix was incorporated as a private limited company and began production with one extrusion line in 1984. In 1986, the company went to the capital market through the second-tier security market to raise funds. The public issue, which made Cutix PLC the first private company in the eastern part of Nigeria to be quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, was concluded on August 12, 1987. After the public issue, the company became Cutix PLC. In 1992, the company went a step further to become the first cable manufacturer to acquire a plastic compounding line. Cutix PLC started manufacturing at Nnewi in Anambra State and continued with the production of armored and non-armored cables, polyethylene cables and other types of power cables. It is committed to providing exclusive quality wire and cable products and services that meet and satisfy customers. Cutix PLC is also committed to its policies, procedures, regulations and code of practices to enable her provide healthy and safe operating conditions for all employees, visitors and the host community, as well as maintaining high standards of environmental protection. We're sat with the CEO of Cutix PLC, Ijoma Odonye, so let's hear more from her. As one of the leading manufacturers of electrical cables right here in Nigeria, what would you say has kept you at the top since inception?
Just one thing has kept us going, and that we have insisted on, and that is the exclusive quality of Cutix products. The company has insisted because for us, we provide solution, and it is quality or nothing else. That's the tripod on which Cutix is standing. Quality, quality, quality. Quality from the purchase of raw materials down to the production process. At different stages, we run out our quality checks. And the final product that leaves the corridor of Cutix PLC meets all standards. That's what has kept us going. That's what has given us the trust of our customers. And that's what the company has insisted on and will keep doing.
Do you have a roadmap that helps you drive your corporate social responsibility initiatives, like maybe sectors you pay attention to when it comes to CSR at Cutix PLC?
Yes, in Cutix we look at the health sector, we look at the education, and then infrastructure. We believe that charity begins at home. We look at our immediate environment. We narrow down to the less privileged. We also look at granting scholarship to the indigent ones. We try to identify the intelligent ones among them and train them through primary, secondary and university level. We've worked on roads in Anambra State, with particular mention of Nnewi, which is where the company is domiciled. Then we also did the building, built an auditorium for Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital. We built an auditorium for them in their temporary site, and we're also discussing with them now that they're moving over to their permanent site to pick up another project there. In the health sector, the company helps the less privileged, especially with medical challenges. And during the COVID period, Cutix PLC gave 2 state governments money to buy items to help during the challenge. We also do annual donation of food items, especially during the festive periods, to like the prisons. We'll have the prisons in any way we visit them. Then we'll have the less privileged homes. We have the motherless babies homes. We give them food items, especially during the festive period, by way of CSR. We also grant employment in the quota. We provide a particular quota for people in our immediate environment to also make them feel our presence in that area too. Then we take our time, like I told you before, a number of sick patients. We take time to make sure these people are given adequate attention, not just by giving them money. We take them to the hospital and get the best doctors, the best hands to work on them, and the company pays these bills. It's just part of what we do every year by way of CSR. The company also helps like the village women start up businesses, because we believe that if we keep giving you fish, you keep coming back. But if we show you how to get the fish, you're better off. So we help a number of the village women and the youth too. We just make sure, yes, this is a good project you want to go into, then we help you finance it. And we're also happy doing that, because you see these people coming back to say, oh, they're happy, we're there for them, okay? The road that was built, by the way, Cutix has been maintaining every year, okay? And we're just about doing a complete renovation. We want to do a complete overlay of the road now, because it's taking some years. So we're not waiting for government to come and do these things for us, okay? Then the company also, in the area of CSR, we give water, we drill our boreholes. So we have the one we use in the factory. We also have the one we drill for the community, so that everybody around can get easy access to good pipe-borne water, okay? And we also provided electricity, both the national and our gen. So as long as Cutix is working, unless maybe we've gone for break, maybe the Christmas break or something, but as long as we are on duty, our immediate neighbors, they get powered, because our business is to power and illuminate the world. So start from home.
Let's talk about your annual tennis tournaments, which your organization sponsors in the Southeast and the South-South. What's your experience being like, and what do you think the impact has been so far since it started?
The ENIC is it's an annual tournament, like you rightly said, east of the Niger, bringing different recreational clubs together to compete for the trophy that the best club wins. So we've been in this business for close to 20 years. It may interest you to know. And Cutix PLC single-handedly sponsored this project. Yeah. What has the experience been? It's for me, it's interesting, and it gives us satisfaction to know that we are putting smiles on the faces of people. You agree with me that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And sometimes you need to pull people out of those businesses they love doing for recreation. So it's an opportunity for us to help people exercise, move out of the busy days business, and try to take care of this life in a different aspect. And we're happy doing that, okay? We're happy doing that, and the feedback from the participants has always been, wow, they look forward to having more like the Oliver Twist. And we have promised them that God on our side will not lower the bar. They have our words that every year coaches will be there to sponsor the tournament.
The safety of your customers and staff must be top priority for you. So how do you maintain those standards as you continue manufacturing in this country?
In Cutix PLC, our slogan is, if not safe, don't do. Safety first. because we need you to be there tomorrow for us. And so it's a requirement that you must have to take safe steps in everything you do. So we start by making sure that the operators are well kitted, they put on their PPE so that they are protected. In fact, in Cutix, it's a crime not to put on your PPE. We'll provide for you. And if you don't put it on, you face the risk of being dismissed from the company, because we don't want anybody to take us to court, you get. So when it comes to safety, we give it the utmost attention it deserves in Cutix PLC, and all my staff, all our staff, they know that it is safety first. Do you understand? And talking about the customers, we ensure their safety by insisting on good quality products. And that is why we are not bothered if somebody tells us, your products are expensive. The issue is you're buying solution to your problem. You buy Cutix products via your project, you sleep with both eyes closed. But you buy substandard products via your project and you face the risk of electrocution, the house going on flame, and everything is lost to everybody. Do you understand? So, because the interests of our customers is priority for us, we refuse to lower the bar.
Please stay with us. We have more for you in just a moment when we return. Welcome back. You're still watching Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Let's continue the discussion with the CEO of Cutix PLC, Ijoma Odunye. How would you describe the manufacturing sector in Nigeria? And let's talk about some of the challenges you're also facing in this sector, because, I mean, we can't deny that there are many challenges and the ease of doing business in this country.
I'll start by saying that there's no gainsaying the fact that the manufacturing sector is one of the biggest strengths of every country. Yeah, because they go a long way in creating employment and affecting the economy positively. Okay, if a country like Nigeria will be an export-based country, then the manufacturing sector will play a big role in getting that done. So the question is, how is this sector, how is manufacturing in Nigeria faring? Like I told you, we've been in this business for 40 years, and I tell you, it can be said to be survival of the smartest somehow, because the going really has not been that smooth. The sector is bedeviled by a number of challenges, which is not limited to, I would say, multiplicity of taxes. So you don't know what you are even meant to pay at any point in time. Do you understand? So there was, on this occasion, I came to Lagos. I was going back to my base in Nnewi by road. And around Ogun State, we were intercepted. And what is it? They wanted emblem. And we showed them all the emblem. By the way, Cutix is a law-abiding citizen. We don't like, we'll do it to the letter. That's us. That's Cutix for you. And beloved, the emblem they said we need to get, they said just came out a week before. And the question is, how can this emblem come out like that? It was in November. The year is running out and it's an annual thing. And you're bringing up something by November, and how did you even sensitize people? You understand? So you see, every state has their own. So as your vehicle is moving through the states, you are now forced to begin to comply. And they won't even tell you on time because they want to make that money off you. You pay through your nose and still there's no receipt to show for it. So you see, it's business for the boys. That's just one of the challenges manufacturers are facing, because they need to put their products, their materials, for those that import, move it from here to their base, and then you need to move your finished products to different parts of the country. You go through this hell. Now we'll go down to what's happening at the wharf. as we talk now, a raw material I bought and it came in February is still here with you guys in Lagos. You can imagine what's happening to the demurrage. You can imagine what the company will pay. Will you leave your products there? No. You sure will take your products and you pay the demurrage. Is it doing anybody good? No. It's killing the manufacturer. Then let's go to the issue of Forex. That one now, everybody headache. Everybody. So the instability is really affecting manufacturers. You finish selling and you think, okay, I've made this profit. You go buy to replace your raw material. You see that you even sold at a loss. That's what we're experiencing. You understand? So for me, manufacturing, good, very necessary, a very important sector. But are we getting the intention with this? No. Do you understand? No, we're not. Let me not talk about the bad roads, because like I told you, my products come in through Lagos, the wharf here. My factory is in Anambra State. So I need to move these products down. And you can just imagine what we're going through on the road. So a vehicle that is meant to stay like 24 hours and you have your products or your raw material in the plant can stay like 1 week because the roads are bad. What do I say about power? I don't know how you guys experience power availability here, but back home, wow. I run my 24/7. You can imagine what it means. How can you compete with people bringing in same products from societies where they have power uninterrupted? So it's really not easy. Another challenge we have, which I'll give it to some, they've started paying attention to it, is the influx of substandard products. So in my industry, we do cables and wires. Physically, you may not decipher the difference between a quality cable and a fake one. Do you understand? I tell people, anybody that cares to listen, the saving grace we have in Nigeria today is the erratic supply of power. If Nigeria is to have consistent power supply, a lot of buildings will go up in flame because the cables used in wiring these projects are substandard. So they come in and the unsuspected buyer buys it, and you're a local manufacturer, and he tells you, oh, but I bought this one cheaper, without knowing that we're not comparing apple for apple. In fact, we're looking at apple and orange, and the difference is clear. So it's a challenge to local manufacturers, different sectors, I must say. It's a challenge. I mean, different industries in the manufacturing sector face this challenge. So government can help us. They can help us right there by making sure that substandard products don't come in. Because I bet you, if your product as an importer is similar to mine in terms of quality, you cannot sell cheaper than I do, because you've incurred a number of costs before coming into to the wharf here. Do you understand? Yeah, but we are not encouraged by the influx of these substandard products. It's not doing any manufacturer good, and by extension, it's not doing the country good. Because if you joke with your manufacturing sector, you joke with your employable youth, you joke with the future of the country. So an investment in the manufacturing sector, I tell you, is a step in the right direction. Yeah, I also want to mention that yes, we appreciate the initiative from the government, the local content initiative, but I am personally appealing to government to expand the reach of the local content. Let it not be limited to the oil sector. Anything that can be produced in Nigeria should be used by the government. Force people to give you quality products and use it. We encourage your local manufacturers, because they pay the taxes, they put people off the labor market, and everybody is happy at the end of the day. But if you go and import already made one, you're indirectly creating employment for people there, and your people will be here doing nothing. And there's no saying the fact that an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Your vision is to become one of the top three, according to you, top three providers of electrical energy products and services in the world. So as we speak, do you think you're heading to that direction?
Yes, we are. Because a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Like I told you, we're 40 years. So the Cutix you've seen thus far are the products that we've launched into the market. But behind the curtain, we are really working towards making sure we achieve our vision. Yes. When we say to become one of the top three providers of electrical products and services in the world, we really mean it. And we start by making sure you don't buy and rebuy. You buy Cutix products, you're done. You don't have any need to replace. And so when we wire your project for you, of course you're in the world. We count it as one of our achievements, and we keep going. Okay, so particularly with the AFCTA initiative, we are currently working with a number of African countries, from where we want to now move to further countries. So we are very mindful of that vision.
In another decade, where do you hope to see Cutix PLC? First, in terms of your business and, of course, making money. And while you do that, we expect that you continue to add value to society in your corporate social responsibility efforts.
Where will Cutix PLC be in the next decade? If you ask me, I would liken myself to Oliver Twist. I won't just want some more. I want so much. So our target is to grow the company monumentally. And as we grow, of course, your society will know you're growing. You have to impact your society positively. So whatever thing we've done thus far in our CSR, as we grow, I tell you, Cutix is a people company. We believe in fair returns to all stakeholders. By this I mean fair returns from the fortunes of the company to the owners of the business, the shareholders, to the staff of the company that really did the work, soiled their hands. Fair returns to the government by way of tax. Fair returns to our providers, the providers of funds. Fair return to everybody that has something to do with the company. That is one of the lines we have in our charter. We must maintain fair returns, and that's why Cutix does not evade tax. That's why when we pay duty for our products, people begin to wonder, is it only this product? Are you sure there's nothing inside this consignment? Because we believe in fairness. We know, though the government now, we can say, is really not measuring up to expectation, yeah? But that did not move us from doing our own bit. We pay duties, we pay our taxes as and when due. We don't cut corners. We don't sweep any money that should come to government under the carpet. And if we didn't do all this when we were like growing, by this time next 10 years, that will be our golden jubilee. We will not become grandpa. So we won't learn those vices in old age. So I tell you, everybody will be better off as Cutix grows. everybody that has anything to do with Cutix will be happy they know us.
Well, that's where we draw the curtains on this edition of Kaleidoscope. Don't forget, no matter who you are, you have the ability to do good. So right here, always, we encourage organizations and individuals to continue to add value to society. And that's Kaleidoscope for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, keep up with all the editions on channelstv.com. Go to youtube.com/channelsweb, click on playlist, and then scroll to Kaleidoscope. I'll see you again very soon. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Thank you for watching.